You stream so early, it's epic. Yes, I've changed my schedule around. I stream earlier now. Hey, 1 year streak! Resubscribe for 29 months. Thank you, Matt. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Get calculating. That's like 144.41. I can't remember how much Twitch takes. I need to give more. Oh no, you don't have to give more. Good morning, Robin. I am well. I hope you're well as well. Lots of wells. I use my iPad to read Twitch chat, and for some reason, it suddenly stopped like auto-scrolling whenever there's new messages, so I have to manually scroll every time there's a message. It's very weird. I don't know why it suddenly started doing that. Just got up from the night shift. Your VODs are helping me to keep in a positive mood, so thank you. Oh, that's so sweet to hear. What the heck? Oh, I'm glad. Hello everyone! Welcome on in! Things have been a bit stressful, so every little bit helps. Oh. Well, I'm glad I'm able to help you in what way I can. I hope things get better and less stressful. Hello! I hope everyone's doing good. We're back with Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. We're still in court, trying to save Maya again, as we do in Ace Attorney games. Oh. The game. I took too long on the title screen. But hopefully today we will get Maya her not guilty verdict. We'll see how the day goes. This case is very interesting. Oh, our recap. Now, I know that these recaps are usually Luke or Maya reading out like a tell, but now I don't know if it's obviously not Maya. But I don't know if it's Luke. I'll just do the Phoenix Wright voice. This is it. Maya's trial. We're finally able to make some headway in this case. Seems like they're trying to accuse her of that other incident too. We're dealing with one tough customer. The real culprit is a witch. That much I'm certain of. But the question is who? I think I know the answer. The butler did it. Jean Grerel. Not the butler. I think this is Phoenix. It feels like Phoenix. If they think I'm gonna let them take Maya, they've got another thing coming. That's right. We're cross-examining. The night of the crime. Okay, let's reread the testimony. Because it was last week. At around 1 o'clock at night, I excused myself and left Master Belduke in his study. When I called him for breakfast in the morning, he did not respond. The door to his study was locked. Doing things the right way. A neighbor had come for a visit just then, so we forced the door open together. All the potions and other concoctions from the study have been confiscated. I wonder if they're being properly stored. Okay, that's the testimony. That was a pretty short testimony. Really? I mean, I guess, yeah. What do you make of it, Mr. Wright? Well, we're talking about an incident that happened 3 months ago. I've got to get a bit more information first. Keywords. You need to press, player. You need to press on statements. Miss Grierl had plenty of respect for Sir Belduke, you know. I can't believe she would have killed him. She keeps saying that, which makes me think she didn't kill him. I'm sure you'll find the truth. It's what you always do. Because everyone's so certain that the killer is the same in both Layton's case and Belduke's case. But who said it had to be? Alright, excuse myself and left him in his study. When I called for breakfast in the morning, he did not respond and his door to his study was locked. Hold it! And what time was that? Master would always take his breakfast at 9 AM, so it was around that time. So, you didn't have the key to Sir Belduke's study. Is that correct? Yes, there is only one key to that room, and Master always kept it with him. Master's research was a very delicate matter, you see. We had to take strict measures to prevent outsiders from entering that room. Occasionally, delinquents would try to make off with one or other of Master's medicaments. Thieves stealing from an alchemist? I can't tell if that's incredibly brave or incredibly stupid. Probably the latter.
That's why the door to that room is made from thick oak wood. I wouldn't have been able to force the door open on my own.
She couldn't have entered that room before that, then.
A neighbor had come for a visit just then, so we forced the door open together.
Hold it!
Who's the neighbor? Wait, you mean you broke the door? The only key to that room was in Sir Belduke's pocket. The only way to enter the study was to break the door open. Did you manage that with the help of a neighbor who came to visit?
Yes, it wasn't a social visit, mind. He came as a patient.
Oh. Interesting. A patient? Can you tell me more about him?
Objection!
But no, Barnum, it's important. Don't stop the music, Barnum. This was important information. The victim's neighbor is irrelevant. He has nothing to do with this case. That we know of. He was clearly a witness. He was there. He's about as much of a witness as Jean was. I think you're pushing it this time. A witness is hardly irrelevant. Exactly! That's what I'm saying. I got your back, Phoenix. What's got him so shaken? He looks as if he just had a rush of blood to the head. Yeah, why is he upset about this?
Master Belduke had been making very potent medicines, among other things. We would get people coming from the town at all hours of the day or night asking for them. And yet in return for all the help Master offered, people would gossip about him dabbling in witchcraft.
So you broke the door together with the neighbor.
Yes, when I explained the situation to him, he brought over an ox.
Oh. He just had that handy? I guess, yeah. He would. Whoever this neighbor is.
Then he proceeded to attack the door with great force, smashing it into splinters.
I see. By the way, about that neighbor, can we get a name? Is it someone we know, or is it a new person who's now a suspect? Who was that?
It's time for a
Oh.
grand entrance. Did you miss me, guys?
No. No, I didn't actually, at all. But pop off. I think Barnum was trying not to mention a certain someone. You know what? I wasn't on his side before, and now I am. Can we go back to when we think I know who the neighbor is?
Order! Order! Could it be that it was you who...
Oh no.
Where are you looking, old man? I'm right here. And as for who I am,
Yeah, we know.
I'm the alchemist's neighbour and a witness in that case too.
You're a witness in every case, aren't you? Passion for justice seething within. A mirror is always at the crime scene. Yeah, that's suspicious. Suspicious.
Objection!
It's you. Again. You're the guy from earlier, right? Oh, Phoenix. How can you not remember his face? Oh, that's right. Me is the name. How have you been, Bluey? Are you really the alchemist's neighbor? Seriously? I know, right? Freaky coincidence, though. But, yeah, his house is right next to mine. Yep, that would make you neighbors.
Ridiculed earlier, Amir returns, drinking like a king, he never ever learns. That's why I tried to stop you from asking about the neighbor. I was on your side for once. Oh, Barnum. I'm so sorry for doubting you. Oh, why so cold, Inquisitor Barnum? Oh my god. Who invited this guy back? Unable to hold his steady cold gaze, Amir drinks fast as if in a daze. And the musician standing next to you. Why is he here? Oh, yeah, that's me private bard, Birdley. A right musical genius.
Hold on, hold on. Oh, dearie, dearie me.
Oh, dearie me. Well, no use of shutting the stable door after the horse has bolted. Let us move on. Thanks, Judge. Witness, since you're already here, you may as well add your testimony. Testify about what you witnessed on the morning after the crime. You can count on me. It dawned on me then. The witch cast Famalia, just like in this case. No! No, they didn't! Because there's no... Oh my gosh. As I've been saying, how was Belduke's murder committed when the Famalia gem is fake? Objection! There's something you don't seem to understand here, Mr. Amir, like always. The Famalia gem in this witch's scepter is a fake. The gem is useless. I knew he was gonna say something like that. Just like this buffoon's testimony. Huh? Therefore, your testimony doesn't hold water. Just like anything else, he says. Push, psh, ah, psh. What? You can nod and scold without credibility. Will majestic Amir now show humility? That's quite rude, thank you very much. What? A fake? You should have listened to the trial more carefully. My boy Amir, who I know nothing about, deserves respect. Now that that has been dealt with, Inquisitor Barnum. This witch's scepter was not discovered at the crime scene when Sir Belduke was murdered. Is that correct? Yeah, the witch only drops the scepter when it's to frame someone else. So I think we should take this into account for future cases, that if a scepter is dropped, chances are somebody's being framed. Indeed. We deduce that Famalia must have been used, however, because of the no footsteps in the powder. Objection! But that's not the case. But that Famalia magic gem was a fake. That much has been demonstrated today. Although, not to side with the Inquisition here, but there's no proof that the gems was a fake at the time of this incident 3 months ago. There could have been a real Famalia gem that just went somewhere else, disappeared, was taken with a different witch, like... Not to crap on Phoenix's case here, but... Sure, the Famalia gem was not used in, the late Layton's case. But we don't have any evidence that about it not being used. In Belduke's case.
Amir is always the last to know. He never pays attention. Poor man is just a little slow with poor memory retention. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I can't believe we got Birdly in the chat. What's more, as we've learned from Cracker, the parrot's testimony, the witch used the spell Go Door. The fact that there's a green wall at the crime scene corroborates that. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair argument.
Objection.
That wall may well not have been painted green 3 months ago. And besides, no one could have passed through a portal so small. To be honest, I've started wondering, were Sir Layton's and Sir Belduke's murderers? Thank you! Please let your next sentence be not the same person, or not the same witch, or anything like that. Please let that be your next sentence. Actually committed by the same witch? Thank you! Oh my god! I have been saying this. What proof has there been? It's been the same witch.
Objection.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Phoenix. Your Honor, I like to remind you that that was the Inquisition's claim. He made me nervous when he objected. That was the stupid Inquisition over there is always like, it's the same person. He's right, though. It's gotta be the same culprit in both cases. Does it? Does it? Ugh. And, at the very least, it's possible that the witch used the spell Go Door to commit Sir Belduke's murder. Sure. Sure. That's what I said. What? I'm pretty sure I established last time a theory about how it could have been done. In that case, I will ask the defense to show us proof. Do you have proof that the witch could have used Go Door to kill Sir Belduke? I mean, the fact that it's directly behind his desk, and Mans was strangled, and all the powder was right here, and there was no footsteps here, so the killer could have had to come from here, and then could have gone back out here. Two little hands could have reached out, strangled the guy, and then popped back out. I think that's it.
Take that.
No? Was that not it? Okay. Oh, is it this? Oh, is it this? Because you can see the green paint? Okay, never mind. Oh no! My first strike! This evidence is meaningless. Just like your very existence, you could say. Huh? You're all talk. Your assertion is worthless. Just like me very existence, you could say. Who? Shut up. What? Here's proof, said Sir Knight in Blue, but his argument's been proven untrue. Just give me my strike. Stop singing at me. But you're publicly ridiculed and treated like dirt. Now you know how it feels too, eh? The culprit conjured up a small magic portal in that room and made use of it to carry out the crime. Sure it's possible, and there's evidence that makes it blatantly obvious.
Mr. Wright, let's think again about the circumstances at the crime scene and then give it another go.
I got it. I figured it out.
Take that.
Okay. I'd like you to take a look at these. On those, the court illustrator sketches. As you can see from this sketch, the victim was seated at his desk when he was murdered.
That's still so unsettling. And what can you see right behind the victim? A small landscape painting. Thank you, Inquisitor, but there's one more point to note. The little splotch of paint. Look closely at the painting. Do you notice anything behind it? Oh, I see it. The wall behind it had already been painted green. One moment.
Sorry about that, someone is at my door.
Which means the witch could have used the portal spell there 3 months ago.
Objection!
One moment, my lord. Consider how small that portal would have been. Could a witch have passed through it? I think not.
Objection!
Of course the witch would not be able to go right through it. However, if you look at the distance between the portal and the victim, you'll notice that the victim, Sir Belduc, was sitting just an arm's length from where the portal would have been. The witch did not have to enter the room at all. All she had to do was reach through with her arms in order to strangle Sir Belduc, who was sitting right under the painting. I nailed it! I nailed it. I knew it! Order! Inquisitor Barnum, what say you to that? A fascinating theory, Sir Blue Knight. But there is a notable contradiction within it. Go on. Go on, what is it? Where would that be? Tell me, why do you think we concluded that Formalia had to have been used? I'm going to guess placement of the fingerprints on how he was strangled. Can we see it? I don't know. It looks like he could have been strangled from behind. You got to the Grail reveal? Yes. Yes, we did. We had a certain reason for it, of course. I had a friend get spoiled on that by a video essay thumbnail. Oh. Oh no.
And what was that reason exactly? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was wrong in my guess, it's fine. The crime scene had been tampered with. Okay, who's to say it wasn't tampered with after? What? I think this is probably one of the more grim murders in the series. Strangulation is definitely a crime of passion. Yeah, even, the freaking court illustrations, I'm like, these are dark. Like, this is nuts. How so? Imagine the circumstances of Sir Belduke's death and it should become obvious, even to you. The victim was choked to death. And yet there were no signs of a struggle. Highly improbable, don't you think? Oh my gosh, things keep happening. Hold on, I'm getting a call. Oh my goodness. First, the doorbell goes off, someone's at the door, and then I get a call from my baby brother. Oh, okay. We should be good now. Being a court illustrator has got to be a rough job. Photographs are click and you're done, but you're gonna be drawing that sketch for a while. Especially with how detailed these freaking courts sketches are. Like, oh my god. And there's 3 of them? My lord. And yet there were no signs of a struggle. Highly improbable, don't you think? Improbable, not unlikely. What are you getting at? Think about it. Can you imagine anyone just sitting back and letting themselves be strangled? Clearly there should be evidence of a struggle. And since we haven't found any, that must mean the killer erased all traces of a fight from the crime scene. Then they... Okay. Whatever. Indeed. That would be the logical conclusion. Guys, I hate to do this to you. I'm getting another call. Must be a busy day. Apparently, two separate calls from 2 separate of my siblings. And then people at the door. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway. Indeed, that would be the logical conclusion. Now surely it would be impossible to do any such thing had the witch only reached inside through a portal. In order to cover up the evidence she left behind, the witch had to have used a familiar. No. Without doing so, there would have been no point in her using the spell Godol. Objection! Miss Grierl could have done it. She might have been able to tamper with the crime scene after, yeah, before, like, you know, authorities got there. What are you talking about? The morning of the crime, from the time Miss Grierl and that guy entered the study. Until the arrival of the Knights of the Inquisition, there was a window of time in which she had the opportunity to do so. We need to look into what happened in that window. It seems that we may be in need of another testimony. Witnesses. Testify about what happened in the time between the body being found and the Knights of the Inquisition arriving. Sure thing. Oh, sure. What happened to my accent? Sure thing. Ask me. I don't remember what his voice was. Anything. I'll tell you all you need to know.
Oh, glorious Amir, tell us more. Maybe you won't be laughed at as before. Thanks, Birdly. Only 2 people accessed the crime scene in that time. Grierl and Amir. Believe it or not, Amir is the key witness in this case. Unfortunately. Witness testimony. After discovering the body, I broke down the door and saw the alchemist slumped in his chair. Gave me a jolt. The butler hurried to call the Knights of the Inquisition. He never entered the study. What did I do then? Oh yeah, I was asked to keep an eye on things, so I went in to have a bit of a look at everything. So you tampered with the crime scene, got it? Oh, that made me pretty drowsy, so I went and took a nap on the couch. Cool. Cool. Wait, what? Mr. Amir? You said the butler didn't enter the crime scene? Yep, he never set foot in there. The moment he saw Belduke, he told me to stand guard till the Knights of the Inquisition arrived. And then off he went. What a resourceful apprentice that alchemist has, I thought to myself. I almost feel sorry for you, Sir Blue Knight. After all, your suspect couldn't have tampered with the crime scene. That can't be true. Defense, please proceed with the interrogation. Yes, Your Honor. Let's get pressing. Broke down the door, something in his chair. The butler hurried to call the Knights of the Inquisition. He never entered the study.
Hold it!
Are you sure the butler didn't enter the crime scene? They trusted this man alone, by himself, at a crime scene with possibly dubious medicines and whatnot. Yeah, like, why are we letting this slide even now? Like, we know that this guy removes things from crime scenes. And we're like, yeah, I guess no one could have tampered. Yeah, like I said, he didn't set foot in that room. Like, whether he did or not is not the question here. The question is he's very suspicious. I went in and sort of didn't know what to do, but the butler sussed out the situation in the blink of an eye. He told me to stand guard, and then he ran out. She went to call the Knights of the Inquisition, is that correct? That's correct. I went to the nearby garrison. We have the records of when the crime was reported. They match the witness's testimony. I returned to Master Belduke's house with 2 knights. They began an investigation immediately, taking away Master's research materials and concoctions. In the end, I wasn't able to enter that room that day. There can be no doubt about it. As she is the alchemist's apprentice, she was under close observation following the incident. I wasn't aware of that. So in the end, she didn't have access to the crime scene at all that day, huh? By the way, what were you doing at that time? Oh, well, me? What did I do then? Okay, I was asked to keep an eye on things, so I went to have a bit of look at everything.
Hold it!
So you went in. What were you having a look at? And also, did the crime scene look like how the court illustrator drew it? Did it look like this? Was it different? Oh, well, I was asked to take care of the crime scene, wasn't I? So I had to, like, make sure everything was in order. I mean, you know, it's not like I went wild with excitement after being left in a real alchemist room full of mysterious stuff. You know? I'm sure you didn't, Mr. Sticky Fingers. Oh, and besides, she asked me to look for something. So I was doing that too. Now, I would like to say I heard the little, yeah. I would like to say you've been using he, him pronouns for the butler this whole time, and now all of a sudden you're saying she?
Hang on!
Miss Gretel, you look lost in thought. Oh, were you talking to me? Even she can be caught off guard, if I choose the right moment. You have been listening to Mr. Amir's testimony, haven't you? Yes, I have. He was asked to look for something. It was you who asked him, I assume? What'd you tell him to look for? Yeah! I think you're mistaken. I don't remember making any request of that sort. Huh? Oi, Bluey! Were you even listening to what I said? You did suddenly switch up pronouns use, so are you talking about someone else? The real killer? It was a lady that asked me. I figured. The butler is the guy, you numbskull. What's up? Why is everyone looking at me like that? So what that tells me is there was another lady on the scene. The real witch? Not the real witch. The first killer? The first witch. Hey, what's up? Why is everyone looking at me like that? Quite a while ago, we learned that the butler, Jean Gretel, is actually female. Well, really? That's why when you said a lady asked you to search for something, we assumed it was Miss Gretel. What? Daydreaming and listening, but not hearing. That look of shock is almost endearing. Whoa, what the? Why didn't anyone tell? Do you require a personal notification? You should have been listening to the trial. Knights of the court. Squabbling with a witness is most unseemly. What I would like to know now is this. Who was the lady that made the request of Amir? Yes, please. Who's it gonna be? Oh yeah, that was actually Miss... I feel like he's gonna get cut off. What?
He's absolutely certainly talking about me.
You? Her? What? How are you involved?
Oh, and you are?
Oh, I'm Letty. Hang on a minute. I'll get down that post-haste.
Post-haste, nice. Letty.
But, Miss Letty, who are you precisely?
She's the mail lady.
Me? Who am I? I'm Letty Mailer. I'm the courier.
Letty Mailer! I just got that. That's cute. The courier? A courier is a person who collects and delivers letters or packages. I know. Thanks anyway, Espella. I wish you'd stop misreading my mind. Hold on, Miss Mailer. Do you mean it was you who irresponsibly made such a request to that troublemaker?
Me? Maybe, yes, I guess so. I asked them to help me find something.
Outrageous! Why was I not informed of this?
I guess no one told you. Maybe because you didn't ask.
Nice. The foolproof excuse. It seems we will need to ask you to testify, Miss Mailer. Explain to us how you were involved in this case.
Frankly, I wouldn't say I was involved in anything. Now I'm in a tight spot. I bet it's because that guy said something weird about me.
Ease up on me, lady. Like the saying goes, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. Beats being in a pickle all on your own, eh? Now then, Miss Letty Mailer, testify about that day. Her voice could make windows shatter. Oh, she just adds one statement.
Sir Belduke said he'd have a letter to send, so I came by to pick it up.
Okay, literally just one statement. Got it. Oh, wait, a letter! Letter from Belduke to the storyteller! Contains only blank sheets of parchment. So now we know there was a third witness.
But Miss Mailer only came to pick up a letter. That doesn't help us much, does it? Well, perhaps there's more to it than meets the eye.
A letter, huh? I got it, Phoenix, I got it. Belduke was about to send a letter to someone before he was killed. It may not be relevant to this case, but something about that is bothering me. I bet it is going to be relevant. Maybe it's worth asking Letty about it. Okay. He'd have a letter to send, so I came by to pick it up. This letter?
Objection!
The letter you found that morning. Was it by any chance this one here?
Yes, that's the one. But wait, how did you get it? You're a piece of work, all right.
Objection!
Hold it, Sir Blue Knight. How did you come by that letter? A little birdie gave it to me. It just sort of fell into my lap, so to speak. It was the professor who found it, but he doesn't need to know that. Defender, just what in the world are the contents of that letter? Well, the letter's blank. What? All this fuss over a blank letter. I bet there's something written on it. It's gotta be like invisible ink or like a spell or something. As you can see, there are some sheets of parchment inside the envelope. Indeed, and there's not a trace of ink on them. What is the meaning of this? Who sends blank letters? Don't forget that Sir Belduke was an alchemist. He may have used some kind of invisible ink to write that letter. Okay. Indeed. That would make sense. Oh.
About that, it doesn't make sense to me.
What? Miss Mailer?
The thing is, when I saw that letter, all the pages were full of writing. So, you know?
Huh.
Objection!
Interesting. Also, hold on. What do you mean when you saw that letter? Are you reading people's mail? I just registered that. Hold it, witness. You saw the contents of Sir Belduke's letter.
I didn't read it. It's just that, you see...
Witness, this is an important matter. You will need to testify about it. Tell us what you know about this letter.
That night, probably about 1 a.m., I made a delivery to Sir Belduke. He was writing a letter at the time. It'll be ready soon, so come pick it up tomorrow morning. That's what he said. I left his study and wished the butler a good night. Then I went home. I went there again the next morning, as promised. Sir Belduke was... Well, anyway, I looked for the letter. Then that guy went out like a light on the couch. I got a little scared, so I left as soon as I found the letter.
Huh.
I see. I see. So, you witnessed the victim write the letter.
I wouldn't say witness. That sounds so legal. The sheets of parchment were on his desk, though. I saw that. And they were covered in writing, margin to margin.
But you don't know what the letter was about.
Stop saying sir! Telling you would be a breach of our privacy policy.
I can't reveal its contents or who it was addressed to. I know who it was addressed to. Oh, of course, I understand.
No, it's very important, I think. Frankly, I didn't get close enough to Sir Balduke's desk, so I couldn't make out what he was writing.
In any case, where did you find the letter the morning after the victim was found dead?
On a shelf, next to his desk, in a small letter box. Oh yes, right there, next to his head. I was a teeny little bit scared, though, coming so close to a dead man.
So you... Okay. So what we're getting at is there was a lot of people at the scene that could have easily tampered with it. Cool. So that's where she took the letter from. It's right next to the corpse, huh? Now that the circumstances are clear, we shall proceed with cross-examination.
That night, probably wrote one. I made a delivery. He was writing a letter at the time. It'll be ready soon, so come back to pick it up tomorrow morning. I left his study and wished the butler a good night. Then I went home. Okay, let's start with pressing this one. You saw the letter he was writing.
I told you before, there were sheets of parchment with writing on them on his desk.
Was the letter swapped out? Ooh, what if the letter was swapped out?
I had a quick look. There were so many sheets, the letter must have been very long.
What if Grail swapped them out? Then how can you explain the letter being blank now?
That's just it. That's what I'd like to know as well.
I wish I had some earplugs.
Sir Balduke, he was holding a pen when I arrived at the delivery, so he was in the middle of writing. And also he told me to pick up the letter next morning.
And then you left his study.
I left his study and wished the butler a good night. Then I went home.
Hold it!
Wait a minute. When you say the butler, you mean Grail?
Miss Grail. Of course, she was in the corridor carrying a tray.
Got something to say?
Hang on!
Hang on. Miss Grail, I'd like to ask you something.
Certainly. What is it?
You stated previously that you excused yourself and left Sir Balduke's study shortly after 1 a.m. She and Apollo could compete with each other with their cords of steel. I need to see that. I need to see them going against each other.
Yes, that is correct.
However, according to Miss Mailer's testimony, the two of you came across each other while you were waiting outside the room. Ooh. Why didn't you mention that until now?
That's because...
Ooh, we got you.
I apologize. I'm afraid I completely forgot to mention it.
You forgot.
Miss Mailer very often comes with deliveries during the night. I did see her that night as well, but I didn't think much of it, as it's nothing unusual. I had no reason to hide that from you. Please forgive me for the confusion.
Well, that kind of thing can happen. Human memory is in no way perfect. I don't imagine there's a problem here, is there? On the contrary, Your Honor. There's one more thing Miss Grail forgot to mention. Oh? What is it? I'd like you to recall what Miss Mailer said about having met Miss Grierl that night.
Miss Grierl, of course. She was in the corridor carrying a tray.
Oh. Well, Miss Grierl, apparently you were carrying a tray at the time. What do you have to say about that? What you bring? Jean Grierl, I believe you should add that to your testimony.
As you wish, my lord.
It's unlikely she really forgot about it. The fact she tried to hide it must mean something. Brought him a drink. Okay. New theory time. There was no signs of a struggle at the crime scene because the real cause of death was poison. She poisoned him and then strangled his corpse afterwards to make it look like that's how he really died. I don't know. I have no idea. The fact that she tried to hide it must mean something. That's my theory. That makes no sense. How would she be a witch then? You're right. My bad.
Miss Mailer left just as I was bringing Master his usual drink.
His usual drink? What do you mean by usual drink? Oops.
When Master's experiments continued into late hours, he would always have some juice to ward off sleepiness.
What kind of juice? Grape juice! Oh.
Tomato juice.
Hang on!
Excuse me, mister. Mister? Whoa! Oh, I know nothing about it. Nothing. Nothing at all. I was watching the Fire Emblem Direct, so I've been in and out. Ooh, how's that been? Witness, what have you done this time? It's fun. There's a gun now. Ooh. Don't give me that scary look, Inquisitor Barnum. It was only just a little bit. Seriously, hardly anything at all. What? What are you talking about? Oh, what do you think I'm talking about? The juice, the tomato juice, of course. Oh, okay. The tomato juice? Oh, you didn't. Surely even you wouldn't. He stole the tomato juice? Well, like I told you before, I think I sort of overdid it a bit the previous night. When I woke up, my head was pounding. That's why I went to see the alchemist. But you know what happened? And when I was left alone in the alchemist's study, it kind of caught my eye. Bottle, I mean. There's the bottle. The tomato juice. Still waiting to see what info they might reveal for the Zelda game. The gun is officially a fist. Ooh. Thought might make the headache go away, you know? So you drank it? The juice found at the crime scene? Let's see if he drank it first before I say anything. Well, why shouldn't I? It's a drink, ain't it? What else are you supposed to do with a drink? Okay, so there goes the poison theory. Well, unless he says he, like, was knocked out cold, like he fell asleep, and it was like sleeping pilled or something, which would still go along with that. Would still allow for the signs of no struggle. You drank it, right? And can you tell us where that bottle is now? Come to think of it, I don't remember seeing it at the crime scene.
It has been confiscated.
Confiscated? Counterpoint, punching bag is accidentally poisoned so many times he doesn't recognize it anymore. True.
As I mentioned previously, the occult crime analysts confiscated all of Master's personal belongings from the crime scene, including his juice. Is that so? Well, I believe we should take note of that bottle and add it into the court record. Tomato juice bottle brought to Belduke before his death. Amir drank some of the juice the following day. Yeah, so there was having a bit of juice when that girl came round. Tell you the truth, I don't quite remember what happened after that. That's when he passed out, huh? He passed out. The gears are turning.
I went there again the next morning, as promised. Sir Belduke was... Well, anyway, I looked for the letter.
Hold it!
You took the letter from the crime scene. I forgot we were in her testimony.
Oh, that's right, I took it. From the crime scene.
Objection!
Do you not realize that pinching evidence from a crime scene is itself a crime worthy of severe punishment?
Well, it might be a crime, sure, but just look at the witch's defender. He's got to defend a witch, using any dirty tricks at his disposal.
Girl? Dirty tricks? What dirty tricks?
It's the same for me, you know. I'm a courier, so come rain or shine, I've got to deliver. Where there's mail, there's mailer.
I was so inspired by the young lady spirit that I kinda just had to help. Although inspired by her dedication and betrayed a lack of concentration.
It is entirely my fault that it came to that, had I only been at the residence then.
Blog. Grail was out notifying the knights at the time.
Then that guy went out like a light on the couch. I got a little scared, so I left as soon as I found the letter.
Okay, yeah, he did pass out. He went out like a light?
He went me. He was helping me look for the letter, and then it happened. Out of the blue, he just passed out, the rascal.
Aha!
He collapsed and his eyes rolled back. He wouldn't move.
It almost sounds like he died.
No such luck, unfortunately.
Oh my god.
That horrible sound. He was grating his teeth. I thought my ears would explode.
Well, not sure what came over me. Never happened to me before, sleeping like that. You know, I didn't just fall asleep. Or like I sort of blacked out, I guess. No idea why. Oh, you guys, what do you think? Any ideas? I have an idea. I think it bears no relevance. I disagree. And there you have my honest answer.
And I think it's good that I wasn't there.
But the question is, why did he black out like that? I got an idea. Your Honor, I might have a clue as to why this witness suddenly lost consciousness. You do? Really? Do you want to get out, Bluey? If that's the case, may the defense present some evidence. Which piece of evidence shows why this man fell unconscious?
Perhaps this?
Take that!
Mr. I believe the reason you might have lost consciousness at the crime scene is tied to a certain piece of evidence. But what was it just because, you know, I had a bit too much fun the night before? No, it was because of this. The tomato juice. You passed out right after drinking this juice. Therefore, it's not unreasonable to assume that there's a direct connection between the two. Tomato juice does not make people fall unconscious, Sir Blue Knight.
It does when there's a sleeping drug in it.
Exactly. That's why something must have been added to the contents of that bottle. Something like a soporific. Oh, she knows. You mean sleep medicine. And if a soporific was mixed in with the tomato juice, I mean, Sir Belduke would have been unconscious at the time he was assailed. Wow.
This is delightful. So terrific. How frightful. He just drank up that soporific. I'm loving it. I love it in the little songs. Oh. Oh! The sketch. Have another look. The red liquid trickling down from the victim's mouth. Oh, it's not blood. Still graphic, but not blood. It's proof that Sir Belduc must have drank the tomato juice. Because I remember they were like, we think it's blood, I guess. I had failed to consider this. But they knew that the bottle was there. Like, even if they didn't, like, assume that, like, it was like he was, like, poisoned or sleeping pilled or anything like that, they couldn't have, like, run the conclusion of, this looks more like tomato juice than blood, and also there's a bottle here. Inquisitor Bardem, I bet you remember saying this to the court. Can you imagine anyone just sitting back and letting themselves be strangled? Never happens. Clearly there should be evidence of a struggle. And since we haven't found any, that must mean the killer erased all traces of a fight from the crime scene. However, if the victim was unconscious when his assailant was strangling him, then the killer could have committed the crime through a small portal big enough to put their arms through after all.
Objection!
That may be so, but tell me this. How would the culprit have managed to obtain such a strong soporific? Ugh. It was very simple. And I think you've realized why. I wonder, where could one have come from? From the alchemist. Oh, really? And who has access to the alchemist's stuff? That's right, an alchemist would no doubt have a wide array of various medicaments in their possession. And an apprentice would have little trouble stealing some of them from their study. That's right, Maya Fey. Isn't that right, Miss Gryrel? Ooh. How should I respond to that? Great question. He strangled himself? My god. He has a brain and it works too? That's crazy. I'm sorry to disappoint you, may perhaps be the best way to put it. Girl? What do you mean? Even though that juice bottle has been safely stored for the past 3 months, I'm positive it would be impossible to find any traces of that soporific now. Did you guys have a way to look for it before? I didn't think you were that advanced. You couldn't even tell the difference between blood and tomato juice. You wicked. Oh. This is unbelievable. Was it really the butler who did it? It's always the butler.
But everything she says holds true.
She was pretending to be a boy. That's mighty suspicious to start with. Is she a witch? Oh. Oh, we got him too this time. Oh, and him. Got everyone.
Hold on, everyone. The butler couldn't have done that to Sir Belduc. She would never ever do it.
And that's what Espella's been saying too.
Please let us testify just one more time.
The audience is now deaf. We have no idea what this lady's saying.
Miss Grayle, let's tell them. Let's prove they're wrong.
You can see a lot of Dual Destinies things have been refined ideas from this.
They have no idea how much you've done for Sir Belduc.
See Jean Grey Earl to Robin Newman. Yeah, I made that comparison last time too.
Miss Baylor.
Very well. I shall grant your request. Testify about the relationship between Miss Grayrel and Sir Belduke. The alchemist and his butler. Alright, let's see why everyone's so certain you couldn't have done it.
Master took me in a complete stranger. I'll forever be indebted to him.
It's not the first time that someone's killed someone that they were indebted to. And Luke accusing Maya, to Polly accusing Athena. Yes! Oh, I didn't even think about that comparison. That's pretty good.
That's why I could never make an attempt on his life, through magic or otherwise. Sir Belduke was a wonderful man. He's the one who recommended this line of work to me. And he's the one who told me about it. The confidentiality obligation, I mean. I've never once broken it.
Okay. It's true that Sir Belduke evoked fear due to his being an alchemist. And mechanics that went on to be refined, grade ace attorney as well, yes. However, he was also a man of an admirable character who supported the townsfolk through his research. Why would anyone want to kill such a man? He was going bananas, though. Like, towards the end there. This question keeps haunting me, however much I think about it. Witches need no reason behind their evil. That is what makes them witches. Cool. So, we can lock her up and we don't need to continue with the cross-examination? You agree? Like, we don't have to solve why she did it. If you agree she did it, put her up in the freaking cage. Like, you locked up Maya and for less. That is what makes them witches. Now, the defense may begin its interrogation. Cool.
Master took me in a complete stranger. I'll be forever indebted to him. That's why I could never make an attempt on his life through magic or otherwise.
Hold it!
So you admit it, you have magic. You're claiming you had no reason to kill Sir Belduke.
Yes, you can ask whomever you wish. I'm sure they will say the same.
That's what Espella's been saying too. That is so. It is widely known that Jean Grayrel was devoted to serving Sir Belduke. It's difficult to imagine that she could brutally murder her respected master. Yeah, but she was also hiding a lot of things. We threw Kira in the fire for less too, yeah. Indeed, I am of the same opinion. I have visited Sir Belduke on several occasions to inquire about this piece of evidence or that. And I must say, I felt there was a strong bond of trust between him and Miss Grayrel. Do you still think you can come up with a motive? What do you want a motive? You're the one who just said witches are evil to be evil. Now you want a motive. Boy, make up your mind. Are we playing this by the book or not? A motive? Jean Grayrel's motive for murder. Grayrel risked a lot to conjure up a small portal in the wall. And then she killed Belduke. What motive did she have? Suggest the motive for murder. Suggest another motive. Leave it for now. So, I'm still on about the letter's relevance. Because that was brought up and then kind of just dropped. Huh. We could try suggest another motive. I understand.
Oh no. Oh no. The defense will present evidence. Okay. Well, we wouldn't have really evidence for why she'd want to murder him. I'm guessing she stole the letter, is my theory, is because something must have been written in that letter. And that's why she originally drugged him. To steal it. And then replace it with the blank sheets of paper. Evidence to indicate Jean Grey's motive for murder. No. Wait, what? What's this about, Sir Blue Knight? Sir Belduke's life was taken that day, that's a fact. However, was this actually the culprit's true objective? Was she even the one that strangled him?
Objection!
What? This is nonsense. Sir Belduke was murdered. What other possible reason could there be besides someone wanting him dead? I'm fairly positive this piece of evidence will lead us to the culprit's real motive. Very well. Defense present evidence. To indicate Jean Grey's motive for committing the crime. I'm guessing the letter. I have no idea what else it would be.
Take that!
Okay. Miss Greierl had no reason for wanting to kill Sir Belduke. However, there was another incident that night which is related to this case. And I have an idea what it was. Another incident? I'm referring to this letter. Sir Belduke wrote a letter shortly before his death, yet all we have here are some blank sheets of parchment. Fascinating. Are you saying maybe a witch used some kind of ink-removing magic on that letter, Mr. Wright? No. No, the spell used by the witch was of course Godor. Let's go over the state of the crime scene one more time. As we know from Miss Mailer's testimony, the letter was in a letterbox next to the victim's head. Yes, it's in the sketch as well. The letterbox is on the far side of the shelf. The point of the note is the location of that letterbox. Unbelievable. As Inquisitor Barnum seems to have noticed, the letterbox is within reach of the small portal conjured by the witch behind the painting on the wall. Classic of Phoenix to make leaps of logic, then backtrack and fill in the gaps. Oh, indeed it is. And as Sir Belduke's butler, you would have known exactly where he keeps his letters. Oh, shoot. Indeed of Sir Belduke something with letters something in that letterbox before posting them. Probably keeps his letters in that letterbox. You mentioned no such thing. Miss Greierl, you created a portal with Godor, not with the intention of killing Sir Belduke. You were after this letter, weren't you? I know this is not the case, but I like to imagine if she was looking for the letter, but she could only stick her hands in and not her head. So she's like trying to feel around for this letterbox, and she just accidentally like grips his neck and starts strangling him, thinking like, I'm trying to grab the letter. I don't know why it's stuck in this box. You were after this letter, weren't you? That's merely wild conjecture. I didn't even know about that letter at the time. Negs do feel like letters. I mean, what? You didn't? No, that's very strange. Accidentally strangling someone is wild, eh? Hey, who knows? When Miss Mailer came by that night, Sir Belduke was busy writing that letter. And that's when you entered, carrying a bottle of tomato juice. There's no way you wouldn't have known that your master was writing a letter to someone. And you could have known even more than that. For instance, perhaps you knew what he was writing about.
That's enough. I served Master Belduke as his butler. I never would have pried into his private affairs. Whatever it was he wrote about in his final letter to the storyteller, it is no concern of mine.
Your Honor? Yes, defense. I'd like Miss Squirrel's last statement to be added to her testimony. Any objections, Inquisitor Barnum? No, my lord. Very well. Witness, include what you just told us in your testimony. So she wasn't postal then. As you wish, my lord.
I had no reason to take his life nor steal his letter to the storyteller.
Your Honor, did anyone say that it was to the storyteller? I can't remember. This is me. Went postal. Sorry, Tech. I got you. I'm trying to actually remember. I don't remember if anyone said it was to the storyteller or not.
Hold it!
Out loud. Let me get this straight. You didn't know anything about the victim's letter except who it was addressed to? Oops. Oopsie.
That's right. I believe I have said as much already.
Then, how did you know? Okay, okay. I was like, I can't remember if anyone actually mentioned this during this trial or not. No, because Letty said she never divulges where the letters go. Yes, yes, yes. How did you know it was addressed to the storyteller? Oh, indeed. Said too much. Why don't you answer his question, witness? Oopsie, oopsie daisy. It's true this letter is addressed to the storyteller, but no one said it. But when did you find out about it?
When I stole it. I have spoken about the murder with many people over the past 3 months.
Oh? Oh, Letty. You have something to say about that.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Miss Mailer?
Oh!
Open mouth, insert foot. I thought I caught her off guard, but it's her screech that's caught me off guard. Is there perhaps anything you'd like to add to Miss Squirrel's testimony?
No, not really.
In that case, let me ask you a different question. Did you tell Miss Squirrel about Sir Belduke's letter?
I dunno.
Okay, you're useless. Ah. Do not beat around the bush, witness. Answer the question.
If I may briefly interrupt. I am testifying right now. If you wish to question Miss Mailer, please do so once you have finished interrogating me.
Okay. She's not going to let me question Mailer from the looks of it, and if she's so keen to prevent her from answering, this might just be a critical point in the testimony. Gotta find another way of fishing for that information. Okay. Witnesses, continue testifying. Okay, let's go back and press that again. Because I want to read the rest of what she had to say. When did you find out about it? Okay, keep going.
Everyone has been very kind to me. They've also told me all sorts of things. I must have heard about it from someone at some point. Well, that incident was certainly much talked about. Would you not agree, Defense? Oh, is that it? Does her testimony hold together? No! Of course not. There is a huge contradiction in Miss Garrel's testimony. You are becoming very predictable, Sir Blue Knight. If there is a contradiction, I hope you have the evidence to prove it. Here's my chance. There's only one way to expose this contradiction. I'll present evidence. I can't present evidence. I don't think I have evidence for that. The defense has no intention of presenting evidence. What? The proof that there is a contradiction cannot be found in the court record. It's in the testimony. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? The professor pointed it out to me in the previous witch trial. In this court, an attorney's arsenal isn't limited to the court record. Each of the witnesses in this trial has given their own account of what occurred. Hi, Layton. It's been a while, buddy. We miss you. Therefore, whenever one witness has testified, the other remaining witnesses have listened. Should one witness's testimony differ from another's testimony, then I suppose that in itself can also be considered a contradiction, can it not? Yes, indeed. Juxtaposing contradictory testimonies from different witnesses is the key. Miss Garrel, your testimony contradicts another one that we heard in this court today. Master took me in, a complete stranger. I'll forever be indebted to him. Sir Belgic was a wonderful man. He's the one who recommended this line of work to me. And he's the one who told me about it. The confidentiality obligation, I mean, I've never once broken it. Yeah. This one.
Objection!
Oh! Stop! Stop! Not a spell on Luke ducking down so Layton can do the point as well and doing the objection for him. Love it. I am obsessed. That's amazing. That's great. That's so cute and sad and cute. It was a single word that gave you away, Miss Garrel. What do you mean by that? The name of the recipient. There were only a few people who knew the intended recipient of that letter. 4 people, to be precise. Only 4 people? First was Sir Belduke, the author of the letter. Then there was Miss Mather, who delivered it. And of course, the storyteller, its recipient, as well as one more person. The one who stole the letter, using a portal spell, and swapped it with the blank sheets of parchment. The witch.
Maybe I did. Maybe I spilled the beans about the letter. I mean, maybe I told the butler.
Why is she defending her so hard? You did what?
Well, because you see, me and the butler are sort of friends.
This is a golden opportunity for you to tell the truth.
And it was about our dear Sir Belduke. I feel like I might have told her about it after all. See? If I did, that's how she knew. About the recipient, I mean.
Objection!
I think she's trying to cover for her. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I understand that you are friends with Miss Garrel and you want to help her out. But I've got a piece of advice, Miss Mailer. You shouldn't lie, even for a friend. Even if that friend is going to be dropped into the fiery pits of hell.
Oh.
Remember your testimony. You told us about the courier's duty to keep the details of the letters confidential. And you have also testified that you have never broken that obligation. Remember?
Objection!
But hold on just a minute. As the victim's butler, Jean Guerrero may have had a chance to catch a glimpse of the envelope.
Objection!
No, she didn't. When Miss Mailer came with the delivery, Sir Belduc was still writing that letter. In fact, he was in the middle of it, and at that time, the letter had not yet been addressed yet. And the next morning, when the body was discovered, that letter was already in the letterbox. Keep in mind that Miss Guerrero would have had no opportunity to see it then either. Is that so? She went to report the crime without even setting foot in the study. And then Miss Mailer appeared and retrieved the letter. Needless to say, Miss Guerrero couldn't have learned of the letter's recipient afterwards. Or maybe you have a good explanation, Miss Guerrero. I'd very much like to hear one. Can you please tell the court how you found out the recipient's name?
Mr. Wright.
Yes?
Do you remember what I said when I was called to the witness stand?
Yes.
At the heart of alchemy lies the pursuit of the rules and logic that govern nature. You have demonstrated the power of your own logic.
Miss Guerrero? Are you saying?
Yes, I confess. The abhorrent witch who used the spell Godot to swap the contents of that letter, and who took the life of Master Belduc.
It was none other than I. Oh. Are you gonna confess to turning Layton to gold too?
I was an only child, born to a poor family. I'd been a witch since I was very little. When did I become aware of it? I don't remember. Although I was but a young child, I knew that being a witch was a crime. That's why I hid my witch's scepter and wouldn't use magic at all.
Oh, she's so little.
My father worked as a bricklayer. He toiled every day, but we could hardly make ends meet. One winter day, we couldn't afford to pay the rent. We were going to lose the house. My mother was in tears and my father was sitting with his head down, wordless.
I want money for Mummy and Daddy.
Oh.
That day, I suddenly remembered about the witch's scepter that I'd hidden.
The gold door spell. Oh yeah.
I thought I'd try it, just once casting the spell. But at the time, I had no idea what an irreversible mistake that would be.
What did you turn to gold? What did you turn to gold? What did you turn to gold?
Even though no one told me, I knew from the very beginning what magic I was able to use.
What did you turn to gold, Guerrero? Oh, she's so cute. Hello, depression, my old friend.
What should I turn into gold? I was thinking about it really hard, the little girl that I was. Something that wouldn't stand out, that could be taken for a work of art.
The goat! The goat! In the basement!
Then I decided I chose a pretty leaf that had fallen into our garden.
Oh, but still, wasn't there a goat in the basement?
But it wasn't the right thing to do after all.
I was terribly punished for using magic, even just the once. Punished? In what way were you punished? I placed the leaf down in the back garden and cast the spell, but then Margaret suddenly walked in front of me. Margaret? The goat? My closest childhood friend. Margaret. Right before my eyes, she was turned into gold. Oh, dear me. I screamed and cried, but I knew I couldn't ask anyone for help. If anyone had seen it, they would have known it was the work of magic, and I knew Margaret wasn't coming back. Was it a person or the goat? I can't tell.
That's terrible.
Then my mother and father's faces flashed before my eyes. We may have been very poor, but we were always happy together. Had I been captured as a witch, I feared my parents probably wouldn't be safe either. That thought tormented me more than anything, and so I made the decision. Oh my god! I decided to end my own life. Oh my god! I threw myself into the river near the town. It was winter, and the water was as cold as ice. I couldn't even move. It was painful. My consciousness started drifting away. The next thing I knew, I was in Master Belduke's residence. He risked his own life, jumping into the freezing river to save me. I burst into tears and told him everything. I didn't want to go back home. I would only end up causing my parents grief. Master Belduke listened to me without interrupting, and then he told me this.
You can stay here, but from now on, you must live as a boy.
I know why. I know why he said it, but it's just really funny.
Master Belduke met with my parents and explained everything to them. They were very sad, but they agreed it would be best if I didn't return home.
Damn.
Poor Miss Grail. That must have been so awful for her. Master bought the house for my parents so they wouldn't have to worry about paying rent anymore. As for Margaret, turned into gold, he brought her to his residence.
Okay, it is the goat. I was a little worried that it was an actual little girl.
He knew that if anyone saw her, they would report an incident of witchcraft.
And this Miss Margaret, is she still in that golden state?
Yes, she is.
That's strange. We've received no reports of anyone by that name having gone missing.
Margaret is being kept in the basement under Master's study.
Yeah. The basement? Correct me if I'm wrong, but this Margaret, is she a...
Yes, my dear friend was a goat that we were keeping at our house.
Okay, I caught on to that way earlier than the game wanted me to, I think. Because I remembered the goat. Goat.
Until then, Master Belduke had mainly been researching medicine. But since the incident with Margaret, he became known as an alchemist.
So that's when he became an alchemist. I was wondering why the goat was the only thing not covered in dust.
That's how I started life, a new life as Master Belduke's butler.
Sir Belduke would sometimes work as a physician, curing the townspeople of their illnesses. As his assistant, you have also shown commitment to helping the townspeople through your work. So we're not gonna drop her in the fire, right? Because if I have to watch her get dropped in the fire, that's gonna be devastating. Because I feel for her, even if, I don't care, like, even if she killed that guy, like, she's tragic. She doesn't deserve to be dropped in fire.
I forgot about being a witch and was able to live happily, at peace with everyone. I thought I could stay like that forever. But those peaceful days came to an abrupt end. There's a YouTube channel that talks about various aspects of Ace Attorney. One video of his was about the culprits that were actually victims of circumstance. Judy Bound was one, Olive Green was another, and then there was Jean Griero. So the YouTube video my friend saw that spoiled was about sympathetic antagonists. Yeah, the same video. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna have to watch that. Very interesting. But those peaceful days came to an abrupt end. Tell us, what in the world was the cause? I'll toss it your way. Thank you.
Even I am not quite sure what led to this. However, it all started 3 months ago with that lightning strike.
Yes, I was wondering when that was going to come up again.
Master Belduke and I were on our way back home, carrying specimens for experiments. An old bell tower appeared in the flames. Everyone who saw it was stupefied. But the expression on Master Belduke's face was unlike anything I'd seen before.
Just be warned of spoilers in case later aspects of this game are mentioned. Oh yeah, I'll wait until after I beat this game to actually watch it, but I will put it in my watch later.
But the expression on Master Belduke's face was unlike anything I'd seen before.
And thank you for Scenario for sending me that link. What do you mean?
His face went pale and twisted in sheer terror. He was shaking violently.
Sent it to you over Twitter. Took a second because I forgot I didn't have you on Discord.
It wasn't just astonishment at an unusual phenomenon. It seemed as if he was afraid of something more concrete.
I went to my Discord friends list first. Perhaps Sir Belduke saw something that others couldn't. If you'd like to add me as a friend on Discord, by the way, my user is just redacted ghost with the O and ghost as a 0.
He cancelled his experiments for that night and began writing a letter to someone.
A letter?
I found out about it when I brought him his bottle of tomato juice. He was writing feverishly, as if he were possessed.
I sent my Discord username is Scenario. Added.
I saw some things.
Makes it easier because then I don't have to deal with Elon Musk's the everything app.
A few words in that letter. Expose everything.
Oh, she thought she was being... I see.
Cannot keep this secret any longer.
Oh, she thought it was about her.
The truth about the witch.
Oh, no. Oh, Jean.
Master Belduke was going to confess that I was a witch. Everything went black in front of my eyes. I will never forget the feeling that overwhelmed me at that moment.
Is that when you decided to commit the crime?
What I did first was accidentally singe a part of the wall in my room.
I see.
It was an excuse to repaint that section of the wall green.
Then you also painted the wall behind the painting in Sir Belduke's study.
And when that fateful night came, I used the syringe to inject a soporific through the cork and into the bottle of tomato juice.
Damn.
So many thoughts were running through my head as I wished Master a good night.
I opened the portal behind him. He was right there, in front of me, asleep. I reached for the letter in the letterbox, taking care not to wake him. And then I happened to notice the name on the envelope. Storyteller. When I read that name, the world all around me turned black once more. It's impossible to avoid what is written by the storyteller. It seemed as if I could hear the doors to all escape routes shutting closed. It was the sound of despair. I would like you to believe me, that the thought of taking Master Belduke's life never once occurred to me. I only planned to steal that letter and then disappear. Yeah, I believe you. But as I looked upon Master sleeping there in front of me, at that moment I felt an evil presence awaken within me. Why did he save my life? And why did he betray me?
Oh.
Before I realized what I was doing, my hands were clutching his neck. He didn't move at all, so I kept on clenching his neck. Oh my god, this is so dark. Ugh. Is there a space between redacted and ghost? Nope, all one word. That's it. That's the truth about what happened 3 months ago. There is just one thing I fail to understand. Yes. You said you wanted to run away once you had stolen the letter. Yet despite that you continue to live in Sir Belduke's residence. And now here you stand. Why did you not run away? Free house! My life had been thrown into disarray due to the absurdity of magic. I had learned all about alchemy living at Master's residence. Alchemy is concerned with the logic that governs the world. I wanted to believe that there truly was such a thing. So I stayed in that place, hoping to one day see the irrational nature of magic overcome by the power of reason. Magic being overcome by reason? Sent request, I am Robin Red Fox. I accepted you. That night, I swapped the letter with blank sheets of parchment and waited for the sun to rise. I resolved to wait for the day when my true identity could be exposed through reason and logic. Master's death remained a mystery for 3 months, and people started to lose interest. And then you appeared, Mr. Wright. On that day, you visited the residence. I was listening to a conversation from the other room. Has the time finally come for me? My heart was racing with anticipation. Then, a few minutes after everyone entered that room, an unbelievable incident took place. That incident? A witch appeared in Master's study. What? I wanted to get a look at the witch, so I created a portal in the wall behind the painting. Precisely at that moment, Goldorm! Okay! I was wondering when she was gonna come back up. The witch used one of the very spells that I can use too. When I heard those words, a single thought flashed through my mind. This was my chance. I could dispose of my witch's scepter. I knew at the time what kind of a witch the Inquisition would be looking for. A witch that can use Fomalia and Goldor. It occurred to me that I only needed to change one of the magic gems. I had previously found out that the Fomalia gem was purple. I realized that if I swapped the Goldor magic gem for my amethyst, I could pin the blame for my crime on that other witch.
Rather hard to miss that one, yeah. But it all got turned around and she ended up accidentally blaming Maya. At least she wasn't trying to blame Maya. I would have lost so much sympathy from her if she was trying to put the blame on Maya. So you changed one of the gems and threw the witch's scepter into that room. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Objection!
Wait a minute, Jean Grey. This statement of yours. So this whole time, the witches were different. Who would have thought? Once again, someone else got in the way of her plans. This statement of yours is highly problematic. You're highly problematic. How so, Inquisitor Barnum?
Yes, you are right.
Can someone explain to me what this is about?
I am a witch indeed.
But she's not the one that turned Layton to gold. I believe her. I know, I saw the cutscene.
A sinful creature that killed the person to whom she owed her life. However, regarding the gentleman standing next to you, Mr. Wright, he may have fallen victim to a witch, but that witch was not me.
Oh. Wait, what? I can't take the judge seriously in his wizard cosplay. Yeah. Order, order, order in the court. What is the meaning of this?
Jean Grey admits killing Sir Belduc, but not to turning Sir Layton into gold.
That is the gist of it, my lord. Thank you, Barnum. But lying about it is meaningless. Yeah, so why would she lie about it? Lying?
Just being a witch is a crime in itself. And the punishment for that crime is the same, regardless of whether she took one person's life or two. That's why there's no point in lying about it. I'm sure that's what the judge is thinking.
Like, the only reason she would have to lie about it is if she wanted Maya dead. Which, I don't think she does.
Briarl is still claiming she never laid a finger on the professor. But if there's no point in lying, does that mean she must be telling us the truth?
So, in that case, who's responsible for what happened to the professor? If it wasn't her, then who was it?
Maybe if we listened to Maya. You killed 2 people, burn them twice. Burn her once, pull out the ashes, and burn them again. Oh, you? Mind if I say something? Take a hint, witness. Does it feel like this is the right moment for you to talk? I love how fed up Barnum is with him. Yeah, well, it's kind of why I was staying quiet until now. But I either say it now or never. I was the witch. Don't simply fall silent after saying that. It only makes it weigh on my mind more. Whatever did you want to say? Oi, Bluey. Yes? I need to make sure about something. My head's not what it used to be, you know? Yes? The alchemist butler, Lady Butler, she slipped sleep medicine into his drink. That's correct. She laced his tomato juice with it. And then, she strangled the alchemist afterwards. Yes, Sir Belduc was unconscious from the sleep medicine, so he didn't resist. And that explains why you found no signs of a struggle at the crime scene. Yeah, about that. I let it slip earlier about what I did at the crime scene, right? I told you that, I had a few sips of that juice. And the sleep medicine mixed in made you sleep like a log. Yes, we remember. Yeah, well, here's the thing.
Oh, it's just between us, okay? You see, when I appropriated that juice bottle was, well, still unopened. Huh. It was unopened? Me throat was parched and I wasn't thinking straight. That brand new bottle was just there, waiting for me with a corkscrew conveniently laid right next to it. Couldn't just let that go to waste. I swiftly pulled out the cork and got to drinking. Ruh-roh. Uh-oh. What? So, in case you don't get what I'm saying, the alchemist. What do you mean we're still going with this case? Didn't have a single drop of the juice with the sleep medicine. Huh. What? Amir with the facts. Damn him. Witness, you. So. But doesn't he have tomato juice dripping from his mouth? Went to the trouble of opening a bottle found at a crime scene just to drink its suspicious contents. That's what I've been telling you. I was dying of thirst. It doesn't justify what you've done. There's a reason this is my favorite case in the game. It's really good. The Inquisition shall deal with this witness after the trial. He will find out what it means to be dying of thirst in a more literal meaning. Amir with the confessions. However, let us not waste any more time with him now. The witch has confessed to her crimes. There was no need to investigate Sir Belduke's death any further. Indeed, you are right, Inquisitor. Her role in the Sir Layton incident is not entirely clear, even though that is the trial we're supposed to be conducting. That man is going to the stocks. But a person who killed her protector, to whom she owes her very life, can be nothing other than a witch. The court has sufficient grounds to sentence her as such. Belduke didn't drink that juice that night. And if that's true, there's one thing here that doesn't add up.
Mr. Wright, I have to say, there's something about this that's been bothering me. I'm sure there's a contradiction lurking in that man's testimony. You think so, Luke?
Can I really turn a blind eye to that? No! Mister, you're saying you opened the tomato juice bottle, but that claim contradicts a certain piece of evidence. What? Defense, I'd like a word with you. Yes, Your Honor? At this point, your client's innocence has already been established. Hey, I'm Phoenix Wright. This is what I do. This is just what I do. I gotta take things. I'm not satisfied until I solve the full case. Therefore, whether there's a contradiction in that man's testimony or not should no longer be of any of your concern. That may be so, Your Honor, but even though I'm here to defend the accused, the true duty of any attorney is to uncover the truth behind what happened. My job's not done until there are no more contradictions left. Very well. Sir Blue Knight, let us hear about this contradiction you have discovered. The bottle was first opened by that guy, meaning Belduke didn't drink any of it. That means there's one piece of evidence that should be very difficult to explain. Can you imagine if that's how real-life trials worked? I would like to hear about this contradiction too. The defense shall present evidence. Imagine you're like in court and your freaking attorney gets you off the hook and then all of a sudden is like, hold on, hold your not guilty verdict. We need to solve who really did it and why and all their motives. And you're like, oh my god, I just want to go home. I would like to hear about this contradiction too. The defense shall present evidence. I'm assuming it's the fact that there's tomato juice dripping down his mouth. Where is the contradiction in this witness having been the one who opened the tomato juice bottle? I like that it's when it opens this screen that it's on the evidence I was last looking at. It's very helpful.
Take that!
The contradiction can be seen in one of the sketches of the crime scene. In one of the sketches? Please take a look at Sir Belduke's mouth. We can see a line of red liquid trickling down from his mouth. Yes, well, we've already established that it was the tomato juice. Oh. Exactly, Your Honor. Sir Belduke didn't drink any of the tomato juice that night.
Objection!
Which means there's only one other possibility. It's blood. That red line is, as we thought first of all, blood. Sir Belduke must have tried to fight back the assailant and bit his tongue in doing so. But
Objection!
that's not how it went. Unfortunately, that would only bring us back to the problem we encountered earlier. No signs of a struggle. Earlier? Your claim! It was your If the victim had put up a fight, then there should be traces of a struggle at the crime scene, and yet no such traces were found. That's what made you assume the witch must have used Famalia. Yes, that is so. As I explained before, Master Belduke didn't struggle at all at the time. But when I think about it now, in light of the new information, it was very unnatural. The victim didn't drink the soporific, yet didn't struggle. But what does this mean? But that was several hours ago. They can't remember things that far back. If it's not tomato juice nor blood brought about through a struggle with the murderer, then what else could it be? Since it's not tomato juice, we have to assume it's blood after all. Yeah, well, it's gotta be that. We have ruled out the possibility that the victim bit his tongue while struggling with the attacker. Indeed. Then there's gotta be a different reason for that blood being there. He must have suffered internal bleeding that was somehow connected to his death. But what could have caused it? Your Honor, if I may ask one question. A question? To whom? If I just clarify this one suspicion, I may be able to explain the blood shown in the sketch. That's why I need to question one person in particular. Barnum? No. Greyer? Maybe. Amir? Sure. Mister, can I ask you something? It's either Amir or Greyer. Yeah? Don't give me that scary look, Bluey. Oh, I know nothing at all. I've got nothing to tell. Amir's as innocent as a little lamb, but is his confidence more than a sham? He'd be better off without that bard. You drank the tomato juice that was at the crime scene, right? Don't keep asking me about that over and over. So what if I did? Then I have another question for you. Did anything else disappear from the crime scene that day? Did you take any other things? No. Oh, I didn't notice anything.
Objection!
Liar, liar. Witness, just what have you done this time? You look like a dog caught making a mess on the carpet. Why are you looking at me like that? I want to know about anything going missing or innocent. Please believe me. Truth could drown in his swimming eyes. Some tell lies while others cannot tell lies. Looks like my gut feeling was right. He took something from the crime scene. Something that could be directly connected to that red liquid around Belduke's mouth. What on earth did that man steal from the crime scene? A certain item disappeared from the crime scene that day. And at this very moment, it's highly likely that item is right in front of our very eyes. What? What? It's here. Isn't that right, mister? Is it? Or I have no idea. Defender, I order you to show us what this item is. The item that this witness took from the crime scene. Oh. The bottle? Because he got all this jewelry and stuff after he took Layton's arm and sold it. It's the only thing that kind of stands out is something different, I guess. I have no idea what else it would be.
Got it.
It's this bottle. The bottle? Miss Grayrel, I'd like you to clarify something for me. What would that be, Mr. Wright? Sir Belduke was working on creating certain medicines. He had various dangerous substances in his possession as well. How are they stored? Master kept them in a locked medicine cabinet. The bottles were labeled so that it was clear that they were dangerous, with skull and crossbones on them. They have all been confiscated. As for those labels, did they resemble the label on that guy's bottle? Mister, what are you doing with the product of Master's research? It's not what you think. Oh, I didn't have any evil intentions or nothing. That bottle belonged to Master, and it was used to store strong poison. Poison strong enough to kill. Oh my god. Poison? Oh my god, it all comes back to poison. What? The red liquid trickling down Sir Belduke's mouth was definitely blood. Now, as for what caused him to bleed like that from his mouth, it was the deadly poison from the bottle this guy stole from the crime scene. This is outrageous. What? Order, order, order. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you expect me to just keep quiet? It was poison. Poison, and I'm gonna die.
Objection.
Just wait and see. Time will tell. Pfft. Yeah, I guess. More importantly, I want to know why you have that bottle. Oh, well, that's all. Well, remember how I told you I drank the alchemist's tomato juice? Indeed, it's not something easy to forget, especially having heard it several times. Amir is not smart. In fact, he might die, but the least that could be said is... Oh, Amir is not smart. In fact, he might die, but at the least that could be said is that in the end, he didn't lie. Well, that was when I saw on the floor this bottle right here. It was totally empty, and I thought, you know, it's just such a fancy looking bottle and all. Oh, a bit of a skull fancier. They have this bit of danger about them, right? I get that. No, that's fair. I am also a skull fancier. I like skeleton aesthetic. I certainly do. So, since it was there and I was there too, I felt we were kind of meant for each other. I thought this bot was so classy I could die for it. Okay, well. It has the skull and crossbones, the symbol of perseverance, or whatever Chopper said. Had any poison been left in the bottle, you would have died instantly. But if it was empty, it was probably harmless. All I can think about is freaking Phoenix Wright with the freaking, the necklace, the poison necklace. He's not one to judge this guy. I get the exact quote. Oh, hear that? I'm gonna live. Good thing I rinsed it well before use. But if the victim was killed by poison, that raises a new question, of course. Who could have poisoned him? Well, if he drank it straight from the bottle, I have a hunch who might have poisoned him. Considering all the evidence and the testimonies we've heard today, the answer is so close I can taste it. Sir Belduke was poisoned by Gryrel himself, Amir. Himself, yeah. Even Punch and Bag knows the value of cleanliness. It was, of course, Sir Belduke himself. Sir Belduke himself? Oh my god, was his letter like a suicide letter to the storyteller? Oh my god. Sir Belduke took that poison of his own will. His death was suicide. You strangled a corpse.
Objection!
That is preposterous. A suicide? Inconceivable. Not in our town. Not in Labyrinthia. Think about it, Inquisitor. That would explain the most unnatural aspect of his death. The most unnatural aspect? Miss Gryrel, when you were strangling Sir Belduke, he put up no fight whatsoever. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
I don't see... I get, like, solving the full truth and stuff is important. I don't see how this really helps any case. It doesn't help solve Layton stuff. And it doesn't help Gryrel because she's still a witch and she's still admitted to being a witch. Like, even if she didn't kill the guy, she's still a witch. You know?
Yes, it is. Till today, I was convinced it was due to the sleep medicine.
It wasn't, because he didn't take any. The truth is, when you cribbed his throat, Sir Belduke was already dead. He had poisoned himself. No. But would the poison have caused him to bleed from the mouth? I personally know of no poison that works instantly and causes such symptoms. Oh, you don't? I can't just tell him that it happens on TV all the time.
There are certain plants in this area that contain a highly poisonous substance. In the course of his research, Master Belduke found a way to extract that poison.
What am I hearing? Is there really such a dangerous plant in Labyrinthia?
The poison is very bitter to taste, so it would be impossible to secretly slip it into someone's food or drink. And it would cause internal damage. It is a very powerful poison. Drinking it would induce a most painful death.
And to think Sir Belduke could. But did Sir Belduke really choose such an agonizing death for himself? He was going through it. It doesn't seem like he suffered that much. Okay, Judge.
I would like to know that, too.
Miss Gryrel? So now that we know this much, I can confirm who I think is the real second try at Gryrel.
You mean to say Master killed himself after exposing me as a witch?
Enoch Trevor. My god.
I can't believe it. He just wouldn't commit suicide.
Indeed, we cannot take such a theory at face value. Had he committed suicide, I dare say he would have left a suicide note. I think I know where it went. I can't say why Sir Belduke committed suicide, but I think there's a piece of evidence that can confirm his suicide was a possibility. There is a piece of evidence like that? Sympathetic villain who didn't actually commit murder, who did cause major issues in trying to cover up their crime. If you have such evidence, you ought to present it to the court immediately. Present the evidence indicating that Sir Belduke's death could have been suicide.
Take that!
That's Sir Belduke's letter.
Let's see. It was addressed to the storyteller, wasn't it? Writing your suicide letter to the storyteller is nuts. This is the last letter written by Sir Belduke. Now, if his death was a suicide, then this letter may well be his suicide note.
Objection!
Also villain of case 3. What we have here is nothing more than blank sheets of parchment. Whether or not there was a suicide note is something we can only speculate about. That's right. But there is one person who knows whether this letter was really a suicide note. You mean the person who swapped its contents? And arguably the only good case 3s, though I will accept people who like some of them. In other words, you, Jean Greierl. Witness, you stole Sir Belduke's letter on the night of the crime. Tell us, what was written in it?
I don't know.
What? You don't know?
I did steal the letter, yes, but I don't know what its contents were.
So you didn't confirm. You didn't confirm that he was writing about you to the storyteller before you just straight up strangled him. I know she was blinded by, like, rage and everything, but it's just so funny.
You mean you have not read it? I couldn't bring myself to read it. I assumed that if I did...
Well, case 3 from Ace Attorney Investigations 2 was pretty awesome. Gregory Edgeworth's last case was epic, indeed.
Everything that had happened since Master Belduke saved my life would be ruined in an instant. I've taken it out and held it in my hands many times, but no matter what, I just couldn't.
Yeah, that's the one I have the caveat for.
Miss Greierl,
can you tell us where that letter is now?
I have it here.
Of course you carry it with you. Oh! You're carrying it around with you? The research you would have been done for. You need to be a better criminal.
That night, having killed Master Belduke, I decided to stay in his residence. I knew my identity would be revealed sooner or later, and I was ready for it. So, until that time, I decided to always keep the letter with me.
I think she wanted to be caught.
My lord.
Yes, witness.
If you don't mind, could you please read it out loud? Now that I'm here in this place of judgment, I think I'm finally ready to hear what Master wrote.
Hold it! Miss Greierl, I think you should be the one to read it.
Don't subject her to that, Phoenix!
Me?
Sir Belduke wrote this letter to the storyteller as he was preparing to die. I think it's only right his last words should be read by you.
It's kind of dark, Phoenix. She clearly does not want to read it.
Yes, you're right. I see. I understand. Please allow me to read the letter aloud. My dear friend, I hope you will be able to forgive me for leaving this world of my own will. I have finally made this decision, having seen that accursed bell tower
appear in the flames on that dreadful night.
Nice.
That lightning
Nice fade.
was a sign that we have angered the gods. What I have done cannot be forgiven. I can, for the past few days,
Into my blackmailer
might be
maelstrom
best to
art.
simply expose everything. This town's secret, the truth about the witch. Of course, I understand that secrets need to be kept.
It pans to a front view of Belduke and it's Jensen Asagi standing behind him.
However, I have grown very tired. I'm afraid I cannot keep the secret any longer. two concerns. The first is my daughter.
Stop.
It pains me to be leaving her alone in this world.
Stop.
She probably doesn't think of me as her father.
Stop. He thought of her as his daughter. Stop. Oh my god. Oh, that got me.
I was not aware that Sir Belduke had a daughter.
He's talking about Grail, right?
Mr. Belduke seemed to know a lot about this town.
Unless it was someone else. I assume he was...
This town's secret, and the truth about the witch.
Truth about the witch? Somehow I don't think he was talking about Miss Grey Earl.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. The second matter, weighing heavily on my mind, is that Jean will be left on her own.
Okay, so it wasn't... He wasn't thinking her of... So he does have a daughter. Another one, okay.
Seeing her growing up, so strong and righteous, in defiance of her fate, had given me hope. A short while ago, she brought me my usual, and what will be my last, drink. There are so many things I wanted to tell her, but I could only manage a thank you. She is a very sharp child. Had I said any more, she would have caught on. You could call me a selfish man, but I didn't wish my last memory of her to be a sad one.
Master Belduke. If the fate handed to her by this town has made her life an ordeal until now, I hope from the bottom of my heart that a wonderful story awaits her next.
Aww.
I intend to leave my residence to her, and I would like you to look out for her.
Aww.
Alas, it is time for me to put my pen down, my dear friend. What I truly wish to express to you is too complicated for words. I hope one day you will understand, but for now I bid you farewell. The time has come for me to go.
Oh, that got me. Oh, no. Oh, that was really sad. Oh, I can't see. My glasses are foggy. Oh. If I have to watch her burn after this.
This letter, it wasn't a denunciation of me being a witch.
Stop, the voice acting's killing me.
Master Belduke cared about you until the very end.
Yes, how could I have forgotten? I'm sure I knew it all along. So why did I? How could I have done that to him?
Oh. Squirrel. My lord. What is it, Inquisitor Barnum? Her VA is in Xenoblade 2 as one of the most annoying blades to master. I think it is about time. No, 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 no. Ursula, who requires a truly staggering number of merc missions. For the guilty verdict. Guilty? The Inquisition withdraws the charges against Maya Fey. Okay, I was gonna say, we should get a not guilty? I think we forgot who was on trial here for a minute. And charges Jean Greyer with being a witch. Brother, after all that, turns out Maya was a witch the whole time. I am going to lose it if she burns. All the evidence corroborates this accusation. She even admits her guilt. Hence, the Inquisition asks that the witch be found guilty and punished immediately. Oh, Barnum, as blunt as ever.
Objection!
Not so fast, Inquisitor Barnum. What do you want now, Sir Blue Knight? Admittedly, Miss Grierl did attempt to strangle Mr. Belduke, but he had already consumed a deadly poison and was already dead at the time. Phoenix, buddy, I think you're forgetting where you are. I think they care less about the murder and more about the fact that she's a witch. Therefore, she is not guilty of murder. That does not matter. You forgot where you are, Phoenix. Yeah, he's like, brother. And one more thing. Layton! It also wasn't Miss Grierl who turned Professor Layton into gold, which is what this trial is, by the way. There was another witch present at the crime scene. The defendant, Maya, saw her too. To put it simply, Miss Grierl didn't kill anyone.
I don't think he cares. Yeah, she didn't kill anyone. And yet you still want to burn her?
Hi, Maya. You're the title of today's stream, and it's the first time you've spoken today. Maya.
Do you even know how it feels to be put in this cage? It's like everyone's against you, and it's super frightening. I'm not a witch. But I've been thrown into this cage and almost sentenced for something I didn't do. And now you're about to do the same to another person? That's just not right.
Is that all you have to say? Yes.
Huh?
The one who's in the wrong is not me, but you, Sir Blue Knight. They did not let her speak until now, yeah. Whether the witch committed a crime or not is completely irrelevant. This is the witch's court. All witches must be punished by fire. Yeah.
But that's crazy.
Why, Barnum? I saw Maya at the Devil's Sacrament dragging people out of it to talk to her. Ooh, scary. Inquisitor Barnum is absolutely right. Being a witch is a crime. You understand that, don't you, Miss Grierl?
Yes. Oh, stop. Her shaking.
Very well, then. The court is ready to issue the final verdict. Jesus. Maya Fey is found innocent. And in her place, Jean Grey Earl is found guilty of being a witch and shall be cast into the fire. Barnum is no pray forgiveness.
No! You can't! Hold it!
Oh! Maya has put many accusations of murder on her resume.
Please, hold the verdict!
Oh, Espella.
Espella?
What is it now, Espella Cantabella?
There is nothing else we can do. This is the course of things, and you should know it well.
Indeed, all witches shall be cast into the flames. That is the law of this town. A law that was written by your very own father. And furthermore, a law that has always been obeyed in the town of Labyrinthia.
A town like this should never exist in the first place.
Ooh.
What? Such insolence!
That's heresy! She's criticizing the storyteller's story! Even the storyteller's daughter has no right to criticize the story!
The story?
Trials in which innocent people are sentenced to death by fire. We should make sure this is the last one.
What do you mean, Espella?
Since you're also keen on the rules created by the storyteller, you should know exactly what I mean.
Ooh.
The stipulation for ending the witch trials. Once the Great Witch Bezella is burned, the witch trials will end. At present, I am under suspicion. You know very well why that is, don't you?
You? But you don't mean that you're,
I am guilty.
No. Espella.
I am the Great Witch Bezella.
Espella basically said, screw my dad. Espella.
What?
Now, cast me into the flames and let Miss Grail free.
Espella, you're a martyr. Oh.
Canterbury. This shall be the last of the witch trials. No one else need be burned hereafter.
Estella, just what are you saying? I can't let you do that.
Please, Mr. Wright, let me do as I wish. I'm sorry, but this is a problem concerning the people of Labyrinthia.
Oh, snap.
No! Please don't do it!
Oh.
Be another way! You don't need to do this! It's all right. Luke, Maya, Mr. Wright, and Mr. Layton. I truly appreciate all you have done for me.
Okay, but before you do that, can we, like, turn Layton back to people?
This can't be happening.
He's still gold, by the way, everyone. He's still gold.
Miss Cantabella, your confession will have very serious, or rather, fatal consequences for you.
Yeah, I think she knows.
May we assume that you fully understand those consequences and are willing to accept
If we
them?
could, then Margaret would be a goat again.
I am Espella Cantabella,
Espella.
the storyteller's daughter. But I also have another name.
Spell.
I am the Great Witch Bazella.
Fanzeeks would have been like, I know I'm racist, but damn.
I have lived hidden in the dark pages of my father's story, deceiving all of you.
Why is the court empty?
Many lives have been sacrificed because of me. But that shall end today.
Court attendants, seize that woman! She is the Great Witch Bazella.
Budget. Oh, cutscene.
Espella.
Oh. Maya! Maya!
Maya!
Espella, this just isn't right. Let's go. Nick, give me a hand.
Oh my god!
Jump over there.
Yeah, that's not dangerous at all.
But hurry.
They're getting away!
Oh, pfft. Great, cool. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Maya!
Help me, Nick. Espella, quick, in here.
Oh my god!
Stop! You've got to stop! Maya!
What the hell? What do you mean? What do you mean to be continued? That was insane! Don't give me no. I can't believe Maya is dead. What the hell? Yes, I want to save. Look, she's still there though. She's still there. She's still there. Okay. Chapter 5, A Taste of Despair. What? What? Okay. What the hell? So that's why she wasn't in Apollo Justice. Oh, that's what happened. Oh my god. That's nuts. Okay, so we're slowly losing our entire cast. Oh my god. Layton. And now Maya. What the hell? Well, I think, I mean, you want to swear we won't hold it against you. Time for Luke to learn how to be a judicial assistant for real. Oh my god. Alright, Luke. How would you like to come to our game? That's nuts. Well, I think I'm glad I made it to this particular stream. Wanted to catch your reaction to this one live. Oh my god. Yeah, this has been an insane one. There's been a lot of heavy reactions this stream. Oh my god. Well, with that, let's play some funky music. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream today. Phoenix adopts another small child, a male child. That is a first. It's his first son. Wow. Something different. Let me find someone to raid. Oh wow, I'm gonna be thinking about this for the rest of the day. Sure, we'll raid you. Why not? See you next time now that Maya isn't able to be accused of murder again. Yeah! I'll be back again probably tomorrow. We'll see how— oh, actually cancel that raid because they just ended stream. That's hilarious. Bad timing. Alright, let's raid you then. There we go. Okay, yeah. I'll be back again, probably tomorrow. I'm gonna go think about this stream. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna go get something to drink, because oh my god. Sending you off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye!